If you are like me and you've been in the church for a long time, you may be familiar with an old song that says, just a closer walk with thee. Grant it, Jesus, is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, Lord. Let it be. And I think about the words of that song. This is what it takes me to. It takes me to that person who has become spiritually aware. The born-again experience, a true born-again experience. Their eyes have become opened and they realize that they're a spiritual person and they're wanting to develop the spiritual person that they are. And so as life choices comes along, they have come to a place to where they're depending more upon the voice of the Spirit, that the Spirit speaks to the heart and helps us to be able to deal with the issue of sin. And this is where we've been talking about this week in Matthew chapter 5, verse 30, where Jesus said, he says, if your right hand offends you, cut it off and throw it away. And in the verse before that, he says, if your right eye offends you, pluck it out, cast it away. Deal with that issue of sin in your life. Those areas that keeps drawing you back to the carnal side of who you are. Understanding that you're not subject to those things. That you have the power to overcome and to dispel sin out of your life because of your spiritual connection. The spiritual person that you are. And the work of that, the prayer and the discipline. Oh, did you hear that word? Oh, that's a word that gets people upset sometimes. Discipline. Yes, your Christian walk has a need for discipline. Discipline that says, no, I don't want to go there, because if I go there, then I'm going to have those things that's going to want to draw me back to my spiritual or my carnal self. And I have made it the work of my life to develop my spiritual person. And so I want to grow in that. And I want to learn more of how to walk in the Spirit and hear the voice of the shepherd. And so I don't want to go there, because if I go over there, then I know that I want to be drawn back. And you see, a choice. But you see, the walk, that's the spiritual walk. That's the broad, or the narrow way that Jesus talks about. He says it's not a broad way, it's narrow, but yet it has such great power to it and such quality. And it will lead us into quality of life, but more than that, it will lead us to life eternal. This is what Jesus is saying in this teaching. He said, it's better to cast that right arm off, or pluck out that right eye, than to find yourself subject to the fires of hell because of our disobedience and our desire to follow the carnal rather than the spiritual. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.